Hi guys, welcome back to Salvage and welcome back to the channel. Right, before we start today's video, I just thought I'd do a very quick update on the Mustang. Some of you guys that follow me on Instagram will see that I have got the new chassis leg on the offside into position. I have tack welded it in myself, so it's all spot on. We're just waiting for this side. But after speaking to a few guys in the comments and speaking to a few body shops, they have advised that before I actually cut this leg off, because it was more damaged, I do need to pull it with a frame puller. So I have ordered a dozer frame puller, but that won't be turning up until Monday, so therefore there's not really much we can do on the Mustang until that turns up. We're kind of stuck with that. So that's the Mustang, very quick update. So the first thing we're going to do is just clear all this rubbish up so we have place to work, and then we'll get started on today's video, and there's half of it. Right guys, now on to today's video. I thought while we're waiting for parts for the Mustang, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. You guys may have seen, I'm sure you have, this A3 that I've had sat in the corner of the workshop. I've had it sat here from way before I started the YouTube channel. So I bought this car, I don't even know if I'm honest, over a year ago, off a guy that was local to me on eBay. It's an Audi A3 2-litre TDI. It's a 170 brake horsepower PD, automatic S-tronic, sportback. What else we've got? It's actually a very good spec, which is the main reason I bought it. It's got, if you can see it there through all the dust, it's got a pan roof, it's got a full leather interior, it's got Bose front and rear sensors, automatic lights and wipers. So it's a pretty good spec, and the history is good with it. I can't actually remember how many miles it's done. I think it was just over 100. But I paid £400 for this car off eBay. And the fault was, it had been sat in his drive for nearly a year. He hadn't used it because the oil pressure warning light had come on. So I took a bit of a punt, gave him the 400 quid, bought it back, initially looked at it, got it up in the air, took the sump off and found that the oil pump drive chain had, well, not the drive train itself, the actual sprocket had sheared off. So the chain was just flapping around and the sprocket was in the bottom of the sump. So I replaced the whole oil pump with the new sprocket and put a new chain on it as well, which solved that issue. But when I was road testing it, the turbo was clearly under boosting. There's clearly an issue there. So I whipped off the airbox, as you can see, sitting on top of the bonnet there, and I just had a look, and the turbo has actually gone. There's a lot of free play, so needs a new turbo. So I've kind of parked it there, and that's where it's sat ever since. So if you guys want to see the rest of the repair, drop a comment in the box below just to let me know whether you would want me to repair this and document it for you guys on YouTube or not. Right guys, we're now outside for the second A3. It's part of our video today. So this is an A3 8P1, I think. It's a 3.2 litre V6 Quattro, 54 plate, as you can see there. So 2000, I think it's actually 2005, I can't remember. But I bought this a long time ago, a long time before I started YouTube. I've had this probably about 2 years now. Again, same thing, it was pretty much abandoned by the previous owner. It had been sat outside his drive in London for about a year because the engine didn't idle correctly. So I took a bit of a punt on this, 850 quid for this one. Went and collected it from London, bought it back, and I'd looked into the common problems, obviously with timing chain stretching on these. It's a common problem for the 3.2, so I took it with a view that I'd have to take the engine out and redo the timing chains. So when I got it back, I did actually remove the engine, stripped all the engine, took it out, replaced all the chains with genuine parts for the engine, replaced the clutch while I was at it, because obviously you have to take the gearbox out because the timing chains are on the gearbox side of the engine. So did all the timing chains, replaced the clutch, put it all back together, and it's now running sweet. But the reason why it's still sat here and I haven't sold it on is because there was an issue with the indicator. So if you can see here, I've got it out. Basically, where it's been sat for a while, I'm guessing the right hand side indicator. In fact, you know what, I'll show you. Let me go and get the battery. I did put it on charge overnight. We'll see if it starts then as well, as it's been probably sat for a good 7 or 8 months without starting. So go grab the battery, I'll stick it in and see if she starts. Right, just started her up. As you could probably tell by how long it took to start, that was the first time it started in many, many months. I don't actually know how long it's going to last, because it has said 0 miles on the fuel range for quite some time. But the issue with misfiring, which is what I initially bought it with, as you can tell, is cured, because she's purring sweetly. So, right, I was going to show you the issue when alright, let's go back. So, I'll just stick the hazards on because it doesn't matter whether it's hazards or indicator, the fault is the same. And before anyone says, I have replaced the hazard switch, but I haven't replaced the indicator stalk yet. But I don't know if that is going to be the issue. So, both rear lights work absolutely fine. What do not work on my side repeaters and this near side front light. So neither side repeaters work and the near side front indicator doesn't work, but the offside front does, and both rear ones do. So it's a bit of a weird one. I'm pretty sure an indicator stalk isn't going to fix that issue, because both sides do work, just not 100%. So an indicator stalk's not going to fix that, because it's clearly sending a signal, because this one's working. And the same with this side. This side's working. Find that side, and then find that side. And then just do left indicator again, just to show that it's still not working on the front, and then the right indicator still works on the front. So pretty sure we have a wiring fault here. Right guys, so I've just come back inside because the wind outside is getting really windy on the camera. So there's an overview of both the cars. Both bought really cheap, both pretty much abandoned by the previous owners. So this one cost £400, the other one cost me £850, so together giving us the £1250 total. I don't know how much these cars are worth. I probably looked a while ago when I checked. That one's probably worth £1,500 and the other one's probably worth closer to two grand, maybe a little bit more, 2.5. I don't really know what they're worth, if I'm honest. So as I was saying earlier, if you do want me to repair these cars and video document it to show you guys, please do get in the comment section below. I just thought I'd give you the opportunity and give myself the opportunity, as they're cars that I've had pre-YouTube and they've just sat here ever since. And so that's pretty much it on these cars. Right, so a quick update on the S3 as well. We've still got to fit the wishbone links, but I can't do it because obviously the Mustang's stuck on the ramp, and I can't really take it off the ramp because it's got no front suspension, so I can't put any wheels on it or anything like that. So we are still waiting to do the wishbones on the S3, but then I'll do a final video on it, drive just to make sure the VAC system's all good as well, and make sure it boosts correctly, and we'll take it down for another, well, because obviously time's elapsed now for a retest, we'll have to do another full test, but it'll be fine. So then that will be done, and then what I will do is I will let you guys know if I'm selling it and where I'll be selling it. But if I do that, I will be putting the details on my Instagram account. So any details, if I do decide to sell it, will be on my Instagram page. So if you head over to there, if you haven't already, start following me. It's saving_salvage. Details for this will be on there, and also there'll be pictures during the week in between uploads. So that's it for today's video, guys. Just something a little bit different today because we're waiting for parts and tools for the Mustang. I thought I'd show you two cars that I still have that still aren't repaired, which was way before my YouTube days. So if you are interested in seeing the repair process for both of them, if I can get it on the channel, it can show you guys how to do it, and also it gives me motivation to fix them as well. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe. Any comments you got, just stick them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.